Today we are going to demonstrate how to use the Karol-Warner Direct Residual Shear Data Acquisition Software that automatically records and graphs test data during direct residual shear testing of soils. The Karol-Warner Direct Residual Shear Data Acquisition Software is an intuitive, easy-to-use, Windows-based software that records and graphs direct residual shear soil testing calculations in accordance with ASTM D3080 and AASHTO T236 test specifications. Test results can be printed in a customizable PDF and easily exported into spreadsheet applications such as Excel. Before we start, let's review the menu options. At the top of the Programs window, we have File, Utilities, and Help. Click on File and we can begin a new test, open a previous test, save the existing test, save an open test as a copy or in a different location using the Save As button, create a PDF of a test report, preview a test report before it is printed, print a test report, and exit the program. Click on Utilities and we can enter the test setting. Click on Settings and a new menu opens. Here we can enter the readout box channel assignment, enter the test equipment used, enable or disable the pop-up keyboard feature, indicate whether we want the report in metric or imperial units, and testing agency information. In addition to settings, click on Calibrations to enter calibration information for pneumatic units used in the test. Click on Help to find assistance with this program, contact information, or to activate your software. And of course, as with most software programs, there is more than one way to execute a program command. Here at the top, you will also see File Command icons. Now that we have reviewed the menu bar, let's demonstrate how to perform a new test using the Karol-Warner Direct Residual Shear Data Acquisition Software. Make sure all connections to the computer and data readout box are secure. Click on File and New to begin the process. Now, click on Utilities and Settings. Enter the readout box channel assignment. Enter the testing agency information section, which will be printed on the test report. Indicate whether we want the report in metric or imperial units. Enter the equipment used for the test. And finally, enable or disable the pop-up keyboard feature for testing while using a tablet. If you are using an on-screen keyboard, like the one found on a tablet, be sure to enable pop-up keyboard's keypads function. For this demonstration, we are using a standard desktop keyboard, so we will leave this box unchecked. Click Save and Close. In addition to the application settings, calibration information for pneumatic units can also be entered. Select Calibration from the Utilities drop-down menu. In the Calibration menu, enter the date of calibration, serial number of the direct shear unit, and calibration data. These values should be updated each time the unit is calibrated. Click Save and Close. Now prepare a sample in accordance with the selected test method, then seat the shear box with sample in the direct shear unit. Next, in the Setup tab, enter project and sample information. Yellow boxes indicate required entries to complete testing. The values in the bottom right-hand corner of the Setup tab are calculated using the required entries. Select the Calculate button to perform these calculations before selecting Next. It is recommended that the unit be disconnected from the Internet to avoid test interruptions from automatic Windows updates. Next, in the Connections tab, make sure the correct serial port is connected using the Serial Port drop-down menu. Familiarize yourself with the software by using the Practice feature. Simply click on the box labeled Practice, and random load and displacement values are generated so that you can interact with the software as if a test is being performed. For this demonstration, the Practice feature will be enabled. Click Set File in the Connections tab. Navigate to the desired file location, name the file, then click Save. Click Next to continue to the next tab. In the Consolidation tab, select the graphing format from the drop-down menu. The graph can be displayed in linear time, log time, or the square root of time. The recording frequency defaults to 0.01 minutes for the first 3 minutes of testing, but can be adjusted by entering a different value in the recording frequency field. Click Start Consolidation. If using a pneumatic unit, apply the load using the pressure regulator, then click OK, Begin Consolidation, to continue onto the consolidation phase of the test. The software will automatically detect the applied load. For dead weight units, when prompted, enter the normal load value in pounds. Once the appropriate weights are loaded, click OK, Begin Consolidation, and then release the load arm. The test data gathered is displayed in a tabular format and a graphical format. To view the graph, select the Consolidation Graph tab. A graph of the current stage will be displayed in real time. To start a new consolidation stage, click New Stage, apply the appropriate load, then click OK, New Stage. For dead weight units, enter the applied load in pounds before continuing. Repeat this step until all stages have been completed. Once completed, click Stop Consolidation and the software will stop collecting test data. When asked, "Do you want to stop consolidation?" click OK. Calculations are then performed and will appear in the bottom half of the Consolidation tab. Click Next to continue to the shear phase. Remove the alignment screws from the shear box and click Start Shear in the Shear Test tab. A dialog box will appear with a pre-shear checklist. Ensure all items on the checklist have been completed. Select OK and begin the shear phase. To start a new shear stage, click New Stage. When the dialog box appears, click OK and begin the next stage. Repeat this step until all stages have been completed. Once completed, click Stop Shear to stop collecting test data. When asked, "Do you want to stop shear?" click OK and stop the shear test. Calculations are then performed and will appear in the bottom half of the Shear Test tab. Click Next to continue to the Final Test tab. Please note, when running a residual shear test, begin a new stage as stated earlier. The software will automatically detect the directional change and identify that stage as a residual. Enter the final % moisture in the Finish Test tab, then click Calculate Final Results to generate the final test calculations. The test data will be saved and the final values will be displayed. To determine the friction angle and cohesion intercept, navigate to the Friction Angle tab in the software. Select 2 points from the test data to create a best fit line. Click Calculate and the software will calculate friction angle and cohesion intercept. You can now preview, print, or export your test data. For any questions about the Karol-Warner Direct Residual Shear Data Acquisition Software, or for any Karol-Warner product, please contact your Karol-Warner technical support team.